I just got back from a Yoga Nidra teacher training. I got my certification to lead that. And I stayed in Connecticut. I stayed in Southbury, and the training was in Southington at Bloom Yoga Studio, which is a really beautiful studio. It's like a health center as well, with massage and acupuncture and like a whole spa upstairs. And all these really great, beautiful practice spaces, not to mention a whole separate building, small building, like a cabin almost, just for the training, which was great because we could leave our stuff there and it just felt like our space. It was a beautiful little house, house shape with mandalas outside and all original artwork. And in front of that space was a campfire. It's like a propane lit fire or gas lit fire, I'm not sure. But it was really beautiful. It was like stained glass, and it was just a flick of a switch. And these like fun colorful Adirondack chairs around. And it was just beautiful to start every morning. We started every morning except Sunday because it was raining outside. So that was like really great. Yeah, it's good to meet people that are different than you. So it was like a lot of older white women. Actually, everybody was older and white, and a woman that was there. I was the youngest one. I think it's a good thing though. Obviously, people who are older have lived more and have a lot to offer if they're willing. The training itself was intense. It was amazing. I went on so many journeys. I feel like I aged exponentially. I mean that in a good way. And really just a valuable tool when expanding, looking to deepen a meditation practice and really understand the connection between yoga postures and stillness and like what is going on there. And Jennifer Reese, who ran the whole training, she really went into depth about the philosophy behind it and all of the layers of, like the levels of being, if you will. And we spent a day each on each level, which I really liked that structure. Gotta say, that training was organized so well. I don't know if she just taught a million trainings, so that's why she's so good at it, or if it just comes naturally to her, but it was organized so well. The manual is written impeccably, and it's just very straightforward and accessible. It felt like a good amount of homework. Like I would go home and just read it and then go to sleep and do any writing that I had to write. And it didn't seem overbearing or anything. I had plenty of time to do other things as well. I was super lucky that I have a friend in Southbury, Ben. I just have to say that every morning I've woken up and this man has cooked me breakfast.
It's only been 2 days, Sam.
It's been 2 days of breakfast. I'm eternally grateful. Who was one of my best friends in college in illustration school. He graduated with me. We shared our senior show together, and he has a beautiful home. He lives with his parents and sister in Southbury, which is like a half-hour drive from the yoga studio. And his sister is away at college, so she was, thank you Lauren, nice enough to lend me her room, which was so cute. I felt like I was staying at a bed and breakfast. It was like the most comfortable bed ever. And Ben cooked for me like every day, and we cooked together as well, and just painted and watched anime, and I just loved hanging out with him. And then it was his mom's birthday on Sunday, so he made her like this really cute cake, and I went out and bought her flowers, and they just have a beautiful home. So I just feel very grateful to have had the opportunity to stay there. And the studio as well, the yoga studio itself, super accommodating. Every single person that was at the front desk was so nice and welcoming, and they just seemed genuinely happy and positive. they were cool about me showing up. I showed up like half an hour to 45 minutes early every day, just because I don't want to be late. Like I don't want to miss anything, and I just get there early and just kind of flow, like with my fabric poi. I just honestly, the most challenging part for me was sitting still, and then laying down still. It's like once I'm laying down, like okay, it is what it is. But then afterwards, my body's just like, what are you doing? Like I think how other people feel when they work out or something, or like they go out dancing and the next day they're like, oh god, my body's not used to it. Like that's how I feel about laying still for that long. 5 days in a row. My body's like, what are you doing? Like you have to move. So Friday night I hopped into a full moon vinyasa class or full moon yoga class, and it was really cool. There was somebody in the class itself that she had her like couple minutes to talk about horoscopes and like what's going on in the stars and Mars retrograde and the eclipses that are happening, and I was just like, oh, this is a really cool idea for a yoga class. And the class itself was awesome. It was exactly what I needed. It was so grounding. I had an amazing day the next day. So I can concentrate. I can't concentrate if I'm restless. Like I don't understand how other people don't get that about little kids. Like obviously they're gonna have ADHD and all these other problems projected onto them if you don't get their energy out. Same thing with dogs. You don't walk them and then you wonder why they tear apart your house. It's like I don't know. I feel like I'm the same way. I don't know. I'm like a little kid or a dog or something. I just never grew out of it. Like if I don't physically get energy out, there's no way I'm gonna concentrate. So anyway, they were really accommodating to that, and a lot of the people in the training were actually like interested and obviously outgoing people. A lot of them were yoga teachers. I even got to teach them a little bit, a couple like just basic moves. I mean, I really only know basic moves anyway, but even more like super ground level stuff. And a lot they like all picked it up really really easily and quickly, like faster than I did when I first picked them up. Probably because I had no expectations, and I was just like, why am I not good at this? It was really nice to share that with them, and I think there's a couple women that I'll stay in contact with. There was one other girl. I guess she was like 10 years older than me, but I'm excited to hang out with her. She's a hula hooper. Hula hooper, yeah. So overall, it was a really good experience. I learned so much. I'm so excited to lead my first Yoga Nidra class on Sunday night at Mystic Fitness, and there's already 11 people pre-registered, so we'll see how many more show up, because everyone who shows up will be who's supposed to show up. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm really glad to be back and to just be in Framingham for a little while and like reconnect with people and get back to work here and get back moving towards the vision. All right.